Welcome to the Game Time Show here from our studios at East Legon, where we talk everything sports. We are back on your screens again with a game with 9 fixtures of the EPL, and with me to have the discussions are these two usual suspects. But before we do that, we encourage everybody to like, share, subscribe, and let us grow together. Let's be engaging in the comment section, guys. And I hope we'll grow and see each other or part of God somewhere else again. Guys, how are we doing?
Yeah, okay.
We are going into the game week 9 fixtures for the EPL. Are you in any expectant mood?
Oh yeah, of course. I expect my team to keep up with a winning streak. So yeah, and I expect the elephant.
To fall off the branch?
Thank you.
I'm not sure that is possible as it stands now because it's a long way to go. It's about 3 miles away to the top of the league. Isaac, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
You are looking forward to a very cagey and very difficult week 9 for EPL.
Yeah,
Do you expect any kind of surprises?
yeah. And of course, I'm looking forward to some surprises.
Okay. We'll delve straight into the games for this particular game week 9. And let's start off with Namorin Boys. I'm interested because the game week 8 review, we dedicated it to the Amorim and his boys. And we're looking forward to seeing an improved performance from them as they play home because it has been back-to-back home victory for the Amorim boys. As they go into this fixture, they are going in with so much confidence because of the win against Liverpool. Now they'll be playing Brighton at home. It was quite a tricky game going into this. Isaac, I don't know if you think, are we supposed to be expecting them to win, or we should hope they win this particular encounter?
For me, I think it's going to be a nice game. I think United is taking the bend now, and I think they have solved some issues. And
What
yeah,
issues are you referring to?
no,
They've not changed their style of play. You and I have been
but
here
they've been
before.
able to win successive
The same
games.
style, the same way of play. He
Successive
has not
games,
changed his style
successive games for the first time.
with the same type of play,
Of
the
course,
same type of
almost the same
personnel.
type of play. There was a little change in the personnel here and there, but what I'm saying is that they've won the game. At least they've won consecutive games. So hopefully they can do well. Brighton will give them a run for their money. Believe me, Brighton will give them a run for their money. But hopefully, for me, I see it as a draw, like a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw.
Yeah, 2-2 draw.
Elon, going to this particular game, do you think Amorim has been vindicated, given that he stuck to his plan, his style of play, even though he was being critiqued about his style of play, which is not still working, and he chose to go by it, and now he's giving results?
Well, I think it's still early days to say it's giving results. I mean, regardless of how bad you play, you might one time in points get away with a win. That doesn't mean that whatever you are doing is now working because you have won a game or two. But nevertheless, that's not to discredit them.
But that's where a fluke. If you look at the trajectory, looking at the games they've won.
Well, I mean, we sat here and then we all agreed that this Liverpool side is not threatening enough.
What about Chelsea?
I mean, Chelsea are not playing bad, but I mean, there was red card and all that, so there was kind of like spaces to explore. But I think United kind of like capitalized on the opportunity. But I mean, as I said, that's not to discredit what they are doing. I mean, shout outs to them. But then I'm still saying it's still early days to say afa. But I still think there's a lot of work to be done. So I mean, I mean, the work to be done is their next opponent. That's in Brighton.
Yeah.
Brighton wouldn't make this fixture an easy fixture. I mean, in the past they've been struggling.
They'll be
against
playing
Brighton.
home, and I'm sure they'll be beaming with confidence.
Well, hopefully they get a win, and then the United fan who is here to trim his hair can get his hair done.
It's long overdue.
Yeah.
So how would you be predicting this particular fixture?
I'll also go for a 2-2 draw.
Scoring draw.
Yeah. I don't see United winning this fixture, and I don't see Brighton winning, so I think a draw should be a fair result. But either way, if United wins, fine. I mean, let's see.
I see Warbeck celebrating a last minute winner against his former team.
Or it could happen.
Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing because he's also in a great run of form during this particular fixture, which I see he wants to prove a point, regardless of the age he's struck now. He's still even potent than the Sesko they currently have, and that of Mbuemo and then Cunha all put together. So I'm seeing this to be a narrow win for Brighton. It could be a one goal lead. It could be 3-2, 2-1 for Brighton.
Fair.
Yeah. So let's go on to the next fixture, which is the one you stated earlier, hoping that the elephant is going to fall off the tree. And like I mentioned to you, they are 3 miles ahead of everybody. And going into this particular fixture against Crystal Palace, the London Derby, and we are expecting it to be as cagey as what the Fulham game resulted in. We have Mateta, who is scoring 2 out of 10 opportunities. We have Gokeres coming back from a 2-goal scored in the Champions League, and I'm sure he's coming to this game with a lot of confidence. Isaac, do you think Arsenal will be able to sustain this lead going into this fixture against Crystal Palace?
Yeah. So the thing is that this fixture has been a very one-sided fixture.
No, this is a Glasner side now.
No, but it's still Glasner. Glasner played last year. So this fixture has seriously been a one-sided fixture with
Arsenal, no, but if you look at the run of form,
with Arsenal having 15 wins and Palace having just 4, and in the last 5 fixtures,
records are there to be broken.
Yeah, the last 5 fixtures, I think the least win Arsenal have won 4 out of the 5, and the least one was a 1-0. The rest of them have been by more than 4-goal margin. So for me, I think yes, there's a
so these records you've mentioned, yes. I think it included Olise, Eze,
so what I'm saying,
Mateta all put together.
Arsenal is now in a point where they are very solid defensively, and they are very solid defensively, and offensively, I think they are trying to get things here and there. But you see, Crystal Palace will come being a hard nut to crack and all those things.
But
my biggest problem with Crystal Palace is that these days they are not so, like in the last 2-3 games, they are not so shrewd like how they were. They allow chances. So against Everton, they took a 2-goal lead, allowed Everton back into the game.
Okay.
When you watch how they conceded against Bournemouth last,
so that was a wrong game.
Yes,
they came back from a goal down.
No, what I'm saying is that if you let Arsenal has considered, I think, 3 goals all season.
Mm-hmm.
If you let Arsenal score you 2, there's no coming back from it. If you give Arsenal the space that you give them, they have much more quality than the Bournemouth side, and they will just pick you apart. We all saw what they did to Diego Simeone's side. Pick them apart, 4-0, simple. So I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a great game. It's a game that I'll gladly watch, but I feel Arsenal.
You think it's going to be a walk in the park for us?
I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park, but I think Arsenal will win it by
2-0. What's your take on this particular one? Do you expect it to be very close, or given the form of Arsenal, like Isaac said, difficult to concede, and they are also struggling to score goals, except for breaking up teams with set pieces?
Isaac has said it all, and I think he highlighted the fact that defensively, Crystal Palace have been poor, and I think it looks like Glasner is. I think if he should play a low block, that would help him coming to this game.
He should sit back and play on the counter.
Not necessarily sit back, but I mean, they have blocks where you can, just like a high line, you can limit it for some meters, you can hide. I don't know if you understand my point. Some people can set up their
from the center line.
You can drop your own, maybe some few meters from the center line. So if they should play from a low block, I think that would help. But if you want to play an open game against this Arsenal team, you go collect.
No, but I think the low block is not good for them.
I think
because of the personnel they have in terms of defensive.
No, because of what Arsenal have, when you play a low block, it means you are giving people like Jokeris time, space, and a lot
How are
of
you giving them a chance and
Chance,
space
because
when we are
they,
playing a low
they,
block? I don't
they,
understand.
yeah,
when you
Strikers tend to struggle
Strike-
to get movement
movement.
in the box.
when you
When
give
you
them
play
a low block,
If you look at Gokra, that's what he has been his
No, but
chance.
what
you have, even the first time
Yeah.
against Atletico Madrid,
Yeah,
so you see,
he was struggling to get space. So I don't know what you're saying.
when you go for that low block, right? One of the things that you'll be doing a lot is that you'll be considering a lot of dead ball
Crosses.
situation. That is it. You'll be defending very deep.
As I said, it depends on
So
how.
probably-
I did highlight that.
No, probably,
It shouldn't be like a sitting block.
but that's
You
so
switching
probably
between
Thank you.
Probably-
high,
probably
mid,
when
mid block.
you're not on the
Probably a
ball, just drop
mid-block.
your defensive line.
probably a mid block is better. But a low block, if they try a low block, they will concede a lot of corner kicks and a lot of free kicks.
Which Arsenal is strong.
Yes, so don't go and sit back like that. You can do a mid block,
Mhm.
and more of the mid block is what I think Arsenal does these days. A lot of it. So you see that not like Arsenal players are encamped in their area, but they have made sure that right after you cross the center line, they are there. So you have like 3 lines. So the forward line, the midfielders. So all you have to do is that you just be passing, going back and other things. So but if they attempt a low block that we are going to sit
It will go against them.
to go against it, they will concede a lot of corners. So sit in a mid block is better.
Elon, how will you predict this particular fixture?
I still expect Arsenal to win this fixture, but I wouldn't be surprised if it should end in a draw.
Hey,
Yeah, I wouldn't. Be
I know
surprised.
that has been your prayers.
No,
for-
and honestly, this is just from a neutral perspective.
Because I'm not sure they are going to drop points against.
No,
lower
I don't expect
opposition.
Arsenal to drop
Yeah.
points. I mean, considering this season being their season, I don't know if you understand.
Arguably.
Well, I mean, everybody knows it's Arsenal season. No, this then I'm So I expect Arsenal to win, but I still wouldn't be surprised if it ends in a draw.
In the draw. Yeah. All right. Let's go on to the third fixture. Aston Villa against Man City. Aston Villa went away to win at Tottenham
Shocking.
convincingly. Was it a shocking result for you? Okay. Me, I think it was a sign that Goodimi is up again with his tactics, and he's coming back because they've had a very poor run of form. And City, on the other hand, is also on the winning streak, with Haaland always leading the line. And people keep asking, is it a Haaland kind of team now? In case he goes injured, what will be the fate of the citizens? Isaac, what will be your take on this particular game? Do you think it's going to be a very close game? City are going to walk over the Aston Villa squad.
I think it's going to be a close game. Aston Villa has been on the rise for some couple of
So
games.
it's a bad time for City to be beaten.
No, they've been on the rise for a couple of games now. Right. So both teams haven't lost a game in their last 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Villa's record is 3 wins with 2 draws. City's record is 4 wins with a draw. So it's not like they are losing.
So like I said, do you think the timing is very bad for City, or that
You
for
can't say
Aston
the
Villa?
time. If you
Or
want to do, you can't say the timing is bad for City. I think that City, it's going to be an exciting game in there where people will run and other stuff. And if your defenders do a bad job, you will concede. And I think with now Emi Buendia coming into his own a bit, I think they are a team that if you give them the spaces, they will worry you. People like Morgan Rogers will have extra motivation to show his former employers that Charlie, I can hurt you, but I expect City to win the game.
win the game.
Yes.
Elon, looking at this fixture, I think Pep is beginning to smell blood around. He's seeing people trying to drop points, and I think this would be an opportunity for him to go and sit on top of the league before the rest also play their game. If you are a Pep going into this particular fixture, what would be advice for your squad?
Let's keep the momentum on going. I mean, I think when all the players are being interviewed and all that, they talk about the morale in the dressing room now. You can see
Low
that
morale, high morale.
high morale. The team
Since
spirit
when?
is up. No, I mean winning builds that momentum, that confidence. It just comes naturally. So hopefully they will still have that enthusiasm in them.
It's an away match.
Yeah. But I mean, it's going to be tough, as Isaac said. Everton did not begin the season well, but the past few matches have been a bit encouraging. And me personally, I was shocked when they won against the Thomas Frank team in Spurs. But that's not to discredit them. It's this coming to this picture, it's going to be tough, but I expect City to come
Out victorious over,
yeah.
over this particular
Yeah.
fixture. We'll be keeping an eye on this particular game because from the neutrals, I think I don't mind City losing this particular game or drawing it.
Of course, you
And
wouldn't.
yes, so let's go on to the other fixture, which is Brentford against Liverpool. Liverpool, on the other hand, 4 or 5 consecutive losses, which has never happened in a long while in the history of the You Never Walk Alone. And then going into this particular fixture, I know Brentford are very physical side, very defensive minded. Salah on a very bad form. Gakpo, Ekitike, I don't know how they are stringing their passes and trying to make this whole galactical kind of squad work for them. Isaac, Liverpool seems to be struggling defensively, and their attack is not potent as it used to be. Only one few greatest for Gakpo. Salah and the rest are all missing in the game. How do you see this particular fixture going into game week 9?
I think Liverpool has lost 3 games on the trot, 3 EPL games on the trot, and I don't think they would want to make it
The fourth
a
one.
4th one. Um, the problem with Liverpool is that they did too many changes.
For which particular game?
No, like they did too many changes for the season.
Changes.
Yes, far too
Apart
many.
from Diaz, Jota.
No, far too many changes.
From which areas?
In the entire team, there's far too many changes in
But the core of the team is still there.
No, but there are still far too many changes in the team. Yes, you maintain your goalkeeper, fine.
Mhm.
But your back 4 has just 2.
No, the central defenders are very critical.
Yeah, but you have 2 out of the back 4.
Those are your fullbacks.
Yes, but don't think that there are changes in the team. Now,
I
in
think-
the middle 3, you have one change there out of the middle 3. In the front 3, you now have
No, Gakpo is there, Salah is there. In the middle, we try to play Ekitike
and that's the
or
change.
Isak.
You see, team cohesion, when you build it and you are trying to change so many things, you just bring in problems. And I think that was the main reason why, even when Ateta bought Madueke and he was introducing them slowly. Because if you do wholesale changes, you bring in 4 different people, you're upset. And unfortunately for them, Salah has been poor. Yes, Salah has, most times Salah starts slowly, there has been times they are bad. The thing is that there are times that he doesn't play well, but he scores. These days, he doesn't play well.
He's not
He
scoring.
can't score.
He's not assisting anyone.
He can't assist anyone. He wants to score himself. So
Yeah, that's how he's going to get his confidence back.
yes, and it means that your other forward liners are because people like Isaac has to score to also get their confidence back. Eketike, I think, is not lacking in form. It's just the chances that he's just not really getting or putting away. But his overall contribution on the pitch is very okay. I think there are just too many changes in there. But I still expect Liverpool to win this game.
Elon, do you agree? Is it as a result of lack of team cohesion, or is it as a result of how do you put it? Either team cohesion, or you think they are just bad in form?
I think the problem has to do with how Annie Slot is going to integrate these new signings into the team. That is where the problem is.
So you agree with those who think that he was using a template, now he's trying to come up with his own style of play and it's not working?
I don't agree.
Well, if you say template, I mean, it depends on how you
No,
define it.
because when he came in, he was playing Robertson.
Yeah.
Yes.
until those KK's guys.
He
and
basically
then-
played what the players that
he
were available.
inherited from.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes, and,
So-
and it worked, and they won
Yeah.
the
he
EPL.
won the league.
Yes, and then now he's gone in to bring his own.
So nobody's going to
Doku and-
question
I
the
said,
quality
Frimpong
of
and
players that have come in. Nobody. You can't tell me Frimpong is not a top guy, or he's not.
No, but he's
a
deficient
player
in
who's
certain
not fit.
areas of his play.
I mean, everybody has a deficiency in one or two aspects of their games. I don't think there's a perfect player out there who can do everything, agreeably everything.
Or no, but sometimes your strength might cover up certain deficiencies.
Fair.
But if you are getting exposed, if you are like a 50-50 kind of player,
Yeah.
you provide certain kind of strength somewhere else. The 50 other is exposing you, then you are more like an average player. He's
So
not
I
even a
think,
squad,
Florian Wirtz, for example, isn't an average player. I wouldn't stand anywhere
but he's not
and
gelling.
say
well.
exactly.
With
So when I started my submission, I did say is how to integrate these players into the team. That's
what's lacking now.
That's what is lacking now, because nobody is going to like question these players. These are top players. Ekitike, top player. Isaac, top player. Florian Wirtz, top. Kekes, one of the best fullback last season.
That was a one season performance.
No, but I mean,
He has not been consistent.
fair, but judging for what we saw last season, he
Yeah.
was arguably the best fullback last season. So nobody's going to question the quality of these players. But then how to integrate these players into the team is a problem. And then SWAT does not have a recognized midfield trio or midfield four. That is another problem for you.
Chopping and changing.
Today you play this, tomorrow you play that. You forget to recognize. This is not preseason. Oh. This is not preseason. If it is preseason, you can get away with
No,
these things.
but he started with this and he won a couple of games until this battle.
Oh, we all knew I was going to catch up with them.
Right.
It doesn't matter my call win there and then they get. We all knew, and unfortunately for them, it has to be now. But I mean, I still side with Isaac that this is a fixture I expect him to win. But we all expected him to win against Gala and Koyi. We all expected him to win against United and Koyi. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt
Against Brentford.
against
Going
Brentford.
away.
Brentford to then be hard, low
Then
key,
be stubborn.
then be
at home.
stubborn, low key. Then win. I guess I 1-0 against West Ham or something.
Yeah.
Charlie won.
So you are going into this and thinking that it will be. They won against Brentford 2-0 actually against West Ham.
Oh, okay, Brentford 1-2.
2-2.
Okay, the scoreline I saw was 1. Okay.
Yeah. So going into this game, they are confident
Then
that
to then get
yeah,
confidence. So
they want to take away at least a point from this
Yeah.
particular
and I feel like Kiza deserves more opportunities
right.
because the guy has hunger in him. Salah looks like I don't want to be here. I don't know.
But because he's a star
His
man, you can't bench
mannerism.
him. It's really work for you to bench him, and you can't take him off after the 45.
Some players need wake up calls. Forget it.
No, but some players, their presence also intimidates the
Fair,
opponent.
but as it stands now, bro needs a wake up call,
So you
and
should
that
bench
has
him.
to be he going back to the bench. He sits bench 1-2. He goes say
As a group bench,
It's
Salah
easy.
for Chiesa.
It's very easy to. It's difficult to win. Honestly.
Even if he's performing
No,
bad, you
because
cannot unless he
we've
plays
seen
70
games.
minutes.
We've seen games where Haaland has been awful, but he's just kept people like Haaland, people like Messi, people like Cristiano Ronaldo. Even when they are having bad games, you keep them in there
For one good moment.
for one good moment. What I'm saying, you see, the problem with the Liverpool team now, especially on Salah's side, is that you see this guy plays on Salah's side, Frimpong.
Mhm.
Defensively, Frimpong has a
But that's what I mentioned. He's 50-50.
But now it takes now because of that, and Salah not tracking back.
That is part of his game.
That's how come now they are pushing someone like Dominic Szoboszlai to be there so that he will try and cover it,
Correct for that.
and in letting him be there to cover it, that's middle of the pack. So that's what I'm saying, that there's been too many chopping and changes here and there.
That's what's affecting the team.
Yeah, it's affecting the team.
Okay, so
The changes and then the loss of form.
what will be your scoreline?
2-1 win to Liverpool.
Is it think Liverpool can
Yeah,
come top of
I
this?
expect them to redeem.
Isaac, what's the scoreline for this?
Liverpool to win
2-0.
2-0. No. 3-2. Because they will concede. I'll be shocked if they don't concede.
All right, we will keep an eye on this particular picture because it interests other neutrals as well as myself. So we'll be keeping a close eye, and I'm sure by Saturday we'll get to know if Sunday is an opportunity for Arsenal to extend their leads again on top of the table. Let's go on to our last fixture, which is Chelsea against Sunderland. Something is very characteristic of Chelsea team nowadays. I think they've had red cards like 5 or 4 consecutive games. If it's not from the technical team, it's from the on-field players. What's really wrong with them going into Sunderland? I know Sunderland on paper might look like an easy game, but Sunderland, if you want to look back at some of their fixtures, they've also been giant killers. Um, Isaac, I don't know how your take will be on this particular one. Do you expect them to be given another red card again?
Honestly, if I look at stats, then it's supposed to be a very close game.
Stats for this season?
Yes, for this season, because they have identical stats.
Yeah,
but very identical.
I think Xhaka is really manning the team well.
Both teams have won 4 games, lost 2 games, and have drawn 2 games.
But the opposition, their opponents are not the same.
So the only reason I will lean towards Chelsea is because of what I saw Sunderland do against the big team as United. Is that they didn't come to play in that game. And
I'm sure they might have learned their lesson.
And they ended up losing like.
Mind you, Chelsea also lost to United.
They also lost, I think, 3-1. No,
they lost to the same opponent.
Yes, but the circumstances are different.
Why is that lost?
No, 2 very critical things happened in that Chelsea game. And we all know.
You know the red card incident and all
the
that.
red card and that mistake in the subs. But before
part of the
no,
game.
but before the
you're calling him mistakes because it didn't work out.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is that before the United game, we were all saying Sunderland was good. I thought Sunderland was going to give United a lot of problems. But they came there and it was almost not like I was watching it and I'm like, is this the Sunderland team we're talking about? Like they just gave them a very simple run, like a simple run, and it was a more difficult match against Brentford than when they played Sunderland. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
so this is on paper. You think Chelsea is going to edge
yes,
Sunderland
because of how I've seen Sunderland play against a big team. I think Chelsea may edge it because they have a lot of attacking players here.
Elon, do you side with him on this?
Sunderland, they've shocked me, honestly speaking. I didn't expect them to get
to where they are in terms of the team.
Yeah. I know it's early days, but them try because if you look at the newly promoted teams, I think so far they are the ones.
They are the ones in the mid-table.
Yeah. I think so. Shout outs to them. But this is a no-brainer for me. It's a fixture I expect Chelsea to win. So though Sunderland will not make it easy like United.
They drew against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I mean they're top opposition.
But
to face.
The thing is that for some of the new teams, I think the most unfortunate ones will be Burnley with the games that they've played. Burnley has played United, has played City.
But if you want to be,
they're not playing yet. No, I think it's Spurs.
No, Burnley played you. Yeah, the return of Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker came back. I think that match ended. Yeah, Burnley played you.
Yeah, I think it was a 2-1.
Yeah, I think they even scored first or something. It's been
5-1.
Yeah,
5.
Yeah, 5. That's what I'm saying. So they've been very but I expect Chelsea to beat them like 2-1.
Yeah, right. Same.
2-1.
Yeah, no.
All right. So all too soon we've come down to the end of this particular preview session for game week 9. Thank you guys for coming. And for you out there, we would like you to engage in the comment section. Let's do the prediction and see which one comes to pass. We would like you to like, share, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's grow together. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye.
Peace out.